Do you know what foods you should avoid after age 50? As we age, our body's needs change, and so should our diets. It's not just about staying slim or counting calories, but also about making sure we're feeding our bodies the right nutrients. But did you know there are certain foods that you should cut down on or even avoid altogether once you hit the half-century mark? In this video, we'll walk through 8 such foods that should be approached with caution after age 50. So let's dive right in and see what these foods are. Kicking off our list, we have processed meats. Now, who doesn't love a good slice of bacon or a juicy hot dog? But processed meats like these, along with sausages and ham, can be a hidden health hazard. They're loaded with sodium, and too much of this can increase your blood pressure, putting extra strain on your heart and blood vessels. But that's not all. These meats also contain nitrates, which might not sound too harmful at first. However, nitrates have been linked to certain types of cancers. It's a double whammy for your health and not in a good way. Now, we're not saying you have to completely eliminate these from your diet. Moderation is key. But understanding the potential risks can help you make healthier choices. Maybe opt for a grilled chicken sandwich instead of that bacon cheeseburger next time. So it's best to limit your intake of these processed meats. Next on our list is full-fat dairy. As we age, our bodies naturally become less efficient at breaking down and absorbing certain types of foods. Full-fat dairy products are a prime example. Rich in lactose and fat, these foods can be challenging for older digestive systems to handle, often leading to discomfort, bloating, or even more serious gastrointestinal issues. But don't worry, you don't have to say goodbye to your favorite dairy delights. There are plenty of low-fat or non-fat alternatives available. For instance, instead of whole milk, you can opt for low-fat or skim milk. Similarly, non-fat yogurt, cheese, and ice cream are all readily available, and can be just as tasty as their full-fat counterparts. These small changes can make a big difference in how you feel after a meal, and can help to maintain a healthy digestive system as you age. Remember, your body will thank you for choosing lower-fat options. Our third food to avoid is excess salt. Too much salt can be a sneaky health hazard, especially for older adults. Overindulgence in salt can lead to fluid retention, putting a strain on your heart and worsening existing heart conditions. It's also a major player in high blood pressure, which can increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. So it's important to monitor your salt intake. Don't forget, the ideal daily sodium limit is less than 2,300 milligrams. So try to keep your daily sodium intake to under 2,300 milligrams. Coming up next, we have hard candies. Now, these sweet treats may seem harmless, but they stay in the mouth for a prolonged period, increasing the risk of cavities. They're like an open invitation for tooth decay. Plus, their sticky nature can be a hidden danger, posing a choking hazard, especially if not chewed properly. It's a risk that's just not worth the sweetness. So it's best to limit or avoid these sweets altogether. Number 5 on our list is uncooked sprouts. Sprouts like alfalfa, radish, and broccoli are often enjoyed raw in salads and sandwiches. However, they can be a hiding place for bacteria that cause food poisoning. This is especially risky for seniors whose immune systems may not be as robust. But don't worry, you don't have to avoid sprouts altogether. Simply cooking them can kill any lurking bacteria, making them safe to eat. So always make sure your sprouts are cooked thoroughly before eating. Our 6th food to avoid is actually a drink: alcohol. As we age, our bodies respond differently to alcohol. It's not just about getting a bit more tipsy a bit more quickly. It's about how alcohol can exacerbate existing medical conditions. It can increase the risk of falls, lead to poor sleep, and even worsen memory problems. And that's not all. Alcohol can also interact with medications, a concern as many older adults are on 1 or more prescription drugs. This can lead to severe health complications. Medications for heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, these can all interact negatively with alcohol. Now, we're not saying you have to give up that glass of wine with dinner entirely, but it's essential to be mindful of quantity and frequency. Talk to your doctor about any concerns you might have. Remember, it's not about total abstinence, but about making smart choices. So, moderation is key when it comes to alcohol. Last but not least, we have foods high in potassium. You might be thinking, but isn't potassium good for me? Well, yes and no. While potassium is a crucial mineral that supports a variety of bodily functions, including heart and muscle function, and maintaining a healthy balance of fluids, too much of it can become problematic, especially for those with kidney disease or on certain medications. Our kidneys are responsible for eliminating excess potassium from our bodies. But if you're living with kidney disease, your kidneys may not be able to keep up. leading to a condition known as hyperkalemia, or high potassium levels in your blood. This can cause serious heart problems, and in severe cases, it can be life-threatening. Certain medications can also affect how our bodies process potassium, potentially leading to an excess. This includes some blood pressure medications, like ACE inhibitors, and angiotensin receptor blockers. So, be careful with potassium-rich foods like bananas, potatoes, tomatoes, and citrus. It's all about balance, my friends. Well, there you have it. 8 foods to avoid after age 50. We've gone through the list, starting with processed meats, chock full of sodium and nitrates, unhealthy for your blood pressure, and potentially cancerous. We talked about full-fat dairy, a challenge for older digestive systems, and the hidden dangers of too much salt that can worsen heart conditions. We warned against the cavity-causing and choking hazards of hard candies, and highlighted the risk of bacterial contamination in uncooked sprouts. We discussed how alcohol can affect aging bodies differently, and the need to watch out for foods rich in potassium, particularly for those with kidney disease or on certain medications. The common thread through all of this? The importance of a balanced diet for maintaining good health as we age. It's not about deprivation, but about making smart choices. Remember, your health is in your hands. Make the right choices, and your body will thank you.